Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
Tries to play it through, and he's in on goal. Forced to go, takes a shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Jim, which
player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Fikayo Tomori has a rare reputation of being one of the few English footballers to succeed particularly well in Italy, and his very front-footed approach to defending has been very impressive. He's very fast for a defender, and that pace allows him to both engage opponents early while at the same time...
Chance! And he should have made them pay.
Modric has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And it's Fofana. Can he get on the end of this? Matheus Cunha. Not a bad start to the game, a chance at either end already. Played out to the left flank. Pulisic. Milan are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Diogo Dalot. Manchester United have got it back and they'll have another go. Burmo. Matheus Cunha. Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Bruno Fernandes. It's a pretty loose pass. Fofana. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And it's Mount. Ahmad. Oh, well played, well played. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Throw-in. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Fofana. Pavlovic. Estupinian. And it's Fofana. Modric. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Salmakers. Out of play for a throw. Tomori. It's Fofana. Salmakers. And Tomori.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Looking for a run-up. Matheus Cunha.
Good save. Keeper read that well.
Well, the correct option was taken in the circumstances. The correct execution wasn't.
And it's Mount. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Salmakers. Pulisic. Some good work on the right flank here.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Nicely weighted ball.
That was lovely, that.
He's shifting through the gears here. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Cunha is flagged offside. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Milan unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Vi ricordiamo, signore e signori, che è possibile acquistare i souvenir nelle apposite aree dello stadio.
So the action resumes.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Mount looking to play him in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Bruno Fernandes looking understandably energised after his goal. Pulisic. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Tomori. And it's Fofana. Pavlovic. Estupinian. Here's Rafael Leao. Pavlovic. Now it's Rafael Leao. Tries to pass it through. Pavlovic gets into a good position. Bruno Fernandes. Looking for the run. Rafael Leao picks it up out wide. And that is expertly dealt with. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Bruno Fernandes. Good purposeful running this. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Obano! But he's left disappointed. And here's Ahmad. Ahmad driving forwards. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Burmo. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up.
Chance, surely! That's another chance! It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
Mount. Looking for options for move. Decent chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are disappearing out of sight. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 18.
So we have movement on both benches. 3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Could move up a gear here. Ball's played through. Ball played through for the wide man. And it's claimed by the keeper. Now it's Rafael Leao. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Martinez. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Now Dorgu. Rabiot. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That is good progress on the left. Rafael Leao. Dorgu. And he is deftly away. Chance for a shot! Goal! They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Manchester United tries a shot! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Well, maybe he just got a tad excitable when he knows those moments need the coolest of heads.
Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's picked his way through. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Maignan must save this. Terrific save by Maignan. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Now it's Modric. Distributed tidily. And that was asking for too much. Dorgu. And the number on the board is 3. That's a good run down the left. But that has not gone well. And it's Rabiot. Plays a sharp little ball here. Thinks about the shot. No way through, so back it comes.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And there goes the final whistle. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Milan desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Rabiot. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Bruno Fernandes is one of the truly outstanding midfielders. He's someone I see as being arguably the best of the crop in the current generation of box-to-box playmakers. I really like his direct style, both on and off the ball.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Martinez, and it's Shaw. Here's Matheus Cunha. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And it's Nkunku. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Oh, that's a key interception. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. Quality ball. That's a throw. Nkunku. Tomori. And it's Rabiot. Pressing high and with purpose.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Rabiot, nicely shaped ball. Rafael Leao is wide and looking to get onto this. Now it's Rafael Leao, and he's picked it up out wide. Quick look, then plays it in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Mount. Shaw gets across to intercept that. Matheus Cunha. And it's Mount. Rafael Leao looking for a runner. That's good vision. Now it's Pulisic. Oh, he's burst through. Now that's a fine challenge.
Pulisic clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Mount. Looking for the run. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Might want to be careful there.
Rabiot engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Bruno Fernandes. He's having a hit! Just off target.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Salmakers. It's Fofana. Pulisic. That's an imaginative pass. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Oh, some tackle that. Menu. That's a smartly directed ball. Salamakers does really well to win the ball there. Nkunku. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Salmakers. Maciej Cunha, looking for options for movement. Pavlovic. Rabiot. Now, he's got space here. That ball looks a good one. And that was very necessary. Tries to play it through, and he's worked it through. Good ball, good take. Salmakers. And it's Nkunku. Now Modric. Well-timed, excellent interception. Martinez.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Diogo Dalot. And it's Dalot.
Such good technique.
Diallo is in a really good position out wide. Oh, well played, plenty of numbers back. So, a temporary halt to the action. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Tomori. And it's Salmakers. That is ended up in no man's land. Bruno Fernandes. Menu. Now it's Maciej Cunha. And he's cut it out. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And the finish! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Manchester United with the corner, they're first. Cleared away. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Now it's Pulisic. It's a searching pass. Modric! Bruno Fernandes. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Cunha getting forward. Mount to Bruno Fernandes. Mount! Terrific save by Manuel. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Tomori gets over and intercepts. And that is out of play. Fofana. Rabiot. Estupinian. And it's Modric. It's Fofana. And it's Fofana. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Matheus shot a goal! Salmakers. Nkunku. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Estupinian. Here's Rafael Leao. Can he get on the end of this? Crunching tackle.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement. Milan truly seemed to be at loggerheads in trying to...
Takes a shot! And it's in! And that could well be the winner!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
The first breakthrough.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable. Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 31.
So we have movement on both
2.
benches.
Numero 14.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score.
Il numero 46, il
Ahmad.
numero 33, il numero 8, il numero 4.
He's had it taken off him.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Now, can they get him away? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. But Asagi, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Gabbia kept his eye on it, and he's there. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And back to the keeper they go. Milan leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Now there's a fine ball. Shoots! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, what has happened here? Great chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. All hands on deck for this one. And that has been cleared. Tomori gets it away.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
And he's had it nicked away. Rafael Leao. Rabiot. That's a cute ball. Ahmad. Casemiro. And time is up. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Maignan claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your reflections then, Jim?
Milan deservedly very happy with their win, and the clean sheet is a very nice bonus. They dealt with all the threats very, very easily and kept control throughout.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.